Hi, welcome. I'm Coach Tonya here at Criticalbench, and this video is called Balance Exercises You Can Do at Home. Now, what's great about this video, other than you're going to be working with me, is I'm going to show you, this isn't a follow along, this is just a demonstration video of different kinds of balance exercises you can do right at home. And I'm going to show you very beginner level balance exercises up to a little more intermediate, because depending where you're at, which I don't know, the beginner ones might just be way too basic for you to start at, and the intermediate ones might be just right where you're at. And who knows, I don't know if you're working on a rehabilitation program. Maybe you've been injured and your balance is really suffering, and so you're kind of building up strength and balance. Maybe you're a little bit older and your eyesight isn't what it used to be, so balance and proprioception are just more of a challenge, and you just want to improve your balance to reduce your risk of falls, which is something that really does need to be a big priority for us as we get older. And it doesn't mean that we should wait till we're older to be doing balance exercises. Balance exercises, particularly if you're someone who's not very active, maybe you don't exercise or work out regularly, balance exercises that you can do at home are something that all of us need to be doing every day, because it is so important. And I have a little more to tell you about that at the end of the video, about what exactly is contributing to this balance issue and what you can do to really make some big changes in how much better your balance can be. So for the range of exercises I'm going to show you, here's some things you're going to need. And if you don't have any of these things, that's fine. Just do the other exercises. If you have a Swiss ball, you're going to need that, a chair, okay? And I just grabbed some 2-pound dumbbells. Now for balance exercises, I usually always go to the 2 pounds, because balance exercises really aren't about how much weight I can move. They're about how much or how well can I maintain balance in a position or a hold or doing a balance specific exercise while adding some weight and moving it. So 2 pounds is really all you need. But you know, if you're like feeling like a rock star and you want to grab 5s or 10s, by all means, that is up to you. And again, if you are more athletic, more active, you might just want to have those anyways. Okay, so I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way. Now again, these are just demonstrations, so how often you do these is up to you. If you're somebody that goes to a gym regularly, you might want to take a rest day to do some balance exercises. Again, these are things you can do right at home, so you can do them any time of day. My best suggestion is when you know you have time consistently throughout the week, that's probably a good time slot to do your balance exercises, because now you're making a commitment to yourself and to doing your balance exercises. So you don't have to do all of them. Pick the ones that you feel are actually working with you to force you to improve with balance. So you might feel a little more wobbly, a little less confident. Those are the ones you definitely want to be working at, because that's where your body needs the help, okay? The first one is very basic. Now this is definitely, if you're active, if you're strong, probably is not one that's going to be on your list of balance exercises. But if you've been injured, if you're in a rehabilitative exercise program, if you're elderly and have issues with your gait and walking, this is a great starter exercise. So you want to sit on a chair. Actually, I'll turn to the side so you can see me better. Sit on the chair, and you just want to go from sitting to standing. Now, if you can, I can do that with ease. I can go from a sitting position to standing without falling over. But some people will struggle with that, okay? So this is a good starting position. Now, if you are someone that's elderly, if you're working with somebody that's elderly and has eyesight issues, has injuries, hip issues, you know, a lot of issues that are going to impede them being able to do this, you want to be the person that's standing in front of them, so that as they stand up, they have somebody that they can reach out to if they start to wobble. So just basic sit to stand. And about 10 times of that is a great, very basic entry-level balance exercise. The next one I want to show you is a standing, I call it 3-way kick, and you want to do 5 of these on each leg. You may want a chair for support, or you just may want to have the chair there for support in case you need it, okay? So the 3-way kick is just this. You're going to shift weight to one leg, that's your supporting leg, okay? And you're going to go kick to the front, to the side, to the back, rest, or reset. Kick, side, back, that's twice. 3, 4, and 5. Now do 5 on one leg, we have to do 5 on the other. I'm going to show you this one without the chair, but with the chair there in case I need it. Okay, so if you get to where you can do that, you find that that's relatively easy. Try it without the chair. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so just like that. But have that chair handy in case you need it. These are still beginner level. The one thing I didn't mention is clearly I'm doing this in my socks. Socks or bare feet. Again, I'm going to go back to, I'm going to talk a little bit more at the end of the video about that peroneal nerve, but it's in the base of the foot, and having actual contact, your foot having better contact, skin to floor contact or sock feet to floor contact gives you a better anchor and a better base, and it's really good for all your toes and your feet, the whole part of your foot to be touching the floor. Shoes, because of the way they're designed to give cushion and support, can make it actually more difficult to do even the basic beginner level exercises. So I really strongly encourage you to do these bare feet or sock feet. Okay, so we've done the stand to sit, we've done 3-way kicks. Now we're going to add a little bit of movement. I'm going to keep the chair here just in case, just to show you. It's called a slow march. So you know what marching is? Doing the same thing, but we're going to really slow it down so that it forces us to have to hold or balance our weight on one leg for just a little bit longer. So slow march. Just marching really slow, because now I'm having to support myself on my right leg, to support on my left. If I need the chair, it's there. That's the other thing. You may feel really confident and not need the chair, but you don't want to have it so far away that if you all of a sudden need it, you're sort of falling over to reach it. Just make sure it's there, okay? You want to do 20 of these total, all right? If you've done 20 and you like that exercise, you feel like it's working, do that a few more times, okay? Now, flamingo stand. Keep the chair, I don't want you going to move it. So our flamingo stand is, again, now we're, if you take the marching movement out of it, and now we're actually going to hold and support our body weight on one leg. That's what the flamingo stand essentially does. So standing feet shoulder width apart. Again, have that chair there in case you need it. Lift your leg and just hold it. So like a flamingo. Hold that for 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. Or set a timer and see how long you can hold it comfortably, like without feeling really wobbly. Now make that your baseline. So let's say you did that and you were able to hold it for 15 seconds. Well, now 15 seconds becomes my starting point. Now I want to progress past that. So every time I do this, I want to add 3 to 5 seconds to how long I hold this, working my way up to 30 seconds and even to a minute. All right. You want to do about 5 on each leg. And again, after a bit of a rest, you can do that a few more times if you really like this exercise and find that it's, this one is going to help you. The next one I call tightrope walking. So you are going to need enough space to take 10 steps forward and 10 steps backward. Now, from watching, it looks relatively easy, and technically it should be easy, but this can be really difficult if you struggle with balance. And particularly if you have to wear glasses, this one can be challenging. So once again, if you are someone elderly that has, moderate to severe balance issues, have somebody with you, or do this in a hallway where you can put your hand on the wall, okay? If you're working with somebody that has really severe balance issues for an injury, or again, they're elderly, you want to make sure that you're there so that you can be support for them if they need it. So we're going to take 10 steps forward and 10 steps backward. But the steps we're taking are heel to toe. So we're not taking normal walking gait type steps. It's a heel toe step. So like you're walking on a tightrope. So we're going to go for 10 this way. That's 10. Now backwards. And this can be tricky. As you see there. And 10, just like that. Now this can be a really good practice one that you do a couple times a day, but again, if you have, if your balance is a problem, you want to make sure there's somebody there with you, because we don't want anybody falling over. So those were more the basic entry level, beginner level balance exercises. I have 3 I want to show you that are a little more intermediate. I wouldn't necessarily call them advanced, but they do require that, you have some upper body strength, and that your balance is, your balance can be really great, because even if your balance is great right now, doing balance exercises is going to help to continue supporting really great balance as you get older, and as we sometimes tend to move less. So I'm going to grab I want to do this one first. I'm going to grab my dumbbells here, my little light dumbbells, and the biggest movement is going to be just cross body punches. I'm really not concerned about your punch technique. That's not what I'm grading you on here. But this is the movement we're going to be doing. So it's going to be very important to find a focal point, keep that chin parallel to the ground so your head stays in a neutral position. However, what we're going to do is we're going to do this standing and supporting our body weight on one leg. Now, if just doing that, you know, if you start to do this and you find you're wobbling, put the dumbbells down. You don't need them, and you can just cross body punch with your body weight. Okay, now I do have trouble on my right side. I have a really hard, I don't have full feeling in my foot, so I can't always feel my foot touching the ground, which makes this really challenging for me, but I'm going to give it a shot here. So you're going to do 10 total punches standing on one leg, short reset, so just ground yourself, shift to the other side, and we're going to do 10 more. So it looks like this. That's 10, stop, shift. Okay, so just 10. And again, you might want to repeat that, take a short break, just a few seconds, and do that, you know, three times, 4 times. That is one that definitely, if you do have noticeable differences in your balance, like one side you're stronger than the other, this one's really going to point those out. So again, if adding even 2 pounds of weight is making it really difficult, drop them, see how well you do with body weight, and start with your body weight for a while, okay? Let's get these out of the way. Okay, now the stability ball. So we all know that planks are great for core strength. So to do this next balance exercise, you do really want, you want to have some upper body and some core strength. It's going to help support this movement. But when you add something like this, when this becomes your surface, this is very unstable. Okay, so right away, even somebody with the best balance is going to be balance challenged because now this surface is moving, okay? So we're just basically going to attempt to hold a plank using, putting our forearms on the balance ball, the stability ball here, for 10 seconds. Or, again, have your phone, have somebody time you, see how long you can hold it before you start to really topple and wobble, and you might hit 30 seconds. That might be your starting point. I'm going to try to hold it for 10. Wherever your starting point is, that's where you have to be, and that's where you need to work from. And with each new round, or each time you do this, you want to add another 5 seconds, so you work your way up to that 30-second mark, and to a minute even, okay? So you want to get your forearms on the ball, get into plank, and let's hold this. Watch that back, make sure you're not doing any of this, okay? Plank, I have no idea how many seconds I'm at here, but that's what you want to do, holding the plank. Now that felt pretty good for me. When I came in this morning to do it, and I hadn't had breakfast yet, I didn't do so good. So food is important. Now we're going to go back into that same hold, but we're going to add a little movement. We're going to, with our forearms and our elbows, we're going to do 3 circles. Now, these aren't going to be perfect circles. I don't want you to think like, I got to do these really good circles. The idea is we're trying to hold ourselves in position without falling over. We're on a partially unstable surface, and now we're going to add some movement. So we're just increasing the challenge that we have to manage to do this, okay? So the circles might be more, they might feel like zigzags, they might feel like squares, I don't know, but we're going to do 3 in one direction and 3 in the other. So first of all, let's get into that plank position again. When you've got plank, now do 3, 1, 2, and 3. Make sure, watch that back. If you feel yourself sagging, drop the knees, reset, get into a proper plank. Go back the other way, 1, 2, 3, and that felt a lot harder to do going in that direction for me than the other. So those are 3 that are definitely a little harder, a little more challenging than your basic or entry-level balance exercises, but these are all exercises you can do at home. Doesn't matter your age, your physical condition, it just matters where you're at and which ones you want to start with. Well, I hope you like those exercises. Again, that's not meant to be a full workout. Those are just demonstrations of exercises from beginner to more intermediate that you can do right at home, even in your office. If you're lucky like me and your office happens to be a gym, you can do them right here. But it's just about making that commitment a couple times a week to do exercises like that to improve your balance and to support better balance. Right now, I'm going to do this outro sitting on the balance ball, so that's my next challenge because I'm on an unstable surface. Now, I mentioned earlier in the video, I said something about a peroneal nerve. This is a nerve that is in your foot. And nowadays, we wear shoes all the time. Our foot rarely, if ever, comes into contact with the ground. Now, I live in Florida. I'm at the beach all the time. So I do tend to go barefoot a lot more than I ever did in my life, or at least since I was a little kid. Now, that contact, that foot contact to the ground is really important in helping to activate that nerve, because that peroneal nerve is key in supporting and maintaining really good balance. The problem is wearing shoes creates a barrier. So that foot never really gets a lot of contact with the ground, and that nerve ends up becoming lazy. It just can't do its job. It like deactivates itself. However, we have something that you're gonna love. If you really, if balance is important to you, as it should be, regardless of your age, we have launched this program called the Neuro-Balance Therapy Program. Coach Chris created this, and he created it specifically for all of us so that we can be working on our balance every week, getting better at our balance, and also supporting optimal balance for a lifetime. This is a very unique and specific program designed in a sequential flow of movement. So the way the program works is very specific, and it's meant to work in the way it's laid out right here in this DVD. Now, it starts with beginner level, and it works all the way up to more advanced. So it is for everybody of any age. It's never too early to be doing things and working on your balance. And even you athletes out there, very important to keep balance in check and make it a priority, okay? Now, with this, where can you get it? You check that pinned comment below. If you click that link, it's going to take you to the page where you can find out all about this amazing product. What you get is the DVD, plus you'll have the option for the digital download, but you get the free spike ball. Now, this is very important. This has amazing results with this, because this little seemingly benign and unassuming little object is key in activating that peroneal nerve with these specific exercises to improve and build much better balance in the years ahead for you. So please check out that pinned comment, get this product, get your free spike ball with it. Now, if you liked the video I did today and shared the exercises I shared with you, please give it a thumbs up. It just makes me feel really good. And don't forget to click that notification bell and the subscription button so you never miss any of our great video content. I'm Coach Tonya. See you soon.